Alright guys, welcome back. So I've been doing a little bit of work on the car. So we got this thing to go 984 the other day at 138. But before I take it back out to the track, I'm going to do some things that I've been wanting to do, and I should probably do it, just get them out of the way. So I started working on some things last night. I put up a video of the fuel pressure sensor. So I just took that out of the Holley harness and then ran it over, re-lumed it. I am going to do a coolant pressure sensor. So this one, when I had the micro squirt set up, I used a really cheap gauge that had like an 1/8 inch NPT thread in there, and I pulled it out, and instead of capping it, I just decided to put a pressure sensor in there. So be interesting to see how that works and get some data from that. I started to work on the catch can last night. I didn't have the fittings to make the second line, so I ordered the fittings, so those will be here in a couple days and I can finish up the catch can. I do want to reroute and remount my overflow. Right now I just kind of have it going through here and sitting this way. The car did come with a line lock originally, so I'm going to wire up the line lock. I'm going to add some bolts to the bumper because these are loose. I'm going to redo my intercooler piping because you guys can see this big hole in there from hitting the trailer. So it hit the U-Haul trailer that I was using, so the couplers on both sides are ripped. So the car was really low, so I also raised up the car about 3 inches. So I don't know if you guys remember what it looked like before, but I did raise up the front end about 3 inches. So I'm going to have to go through and redo the front suspension. So I had it aligned for that height, but now you can, it's probably kind of hard to tell, but the wheels are poked out a little bit. So the bottom of the wheel has to come out about 1/2 inch on both sides. So there's just a lot of stuff that I want to do. Definitely don't want to drive it with the wheels like that. Also have these broken steering boots. Don't mind the welds, guys, but those steering boots are broken. I do have them. I just got to put them on. So just like a lot of little stuff I want to do to clean everything up. This handle is also broken. Pulling it off the trailer, I ripped both the couplers and then broke this handle off. So the new handle is going to be here tomorrow. Got everything all taken out and picked up some rivets for that guy. You guys probably saw on the Facebook page for the channel, I went through and I vacuumed and I painted all the interior. So it was kind of like all crappy and nasty and rusty, and it was all kind of like that. So you can kind of see where I just kind of shot some paint in there a little bit, but it was all like that. And now it's a little bit cleaner, and I think it looks a lot better in here now. And I did put a little piece of felt down. I'm gonna have to mount the terminator. Don't mind the wiring. So that I explained it in a different video. The reason I'm still just kind of leaving all the wiring like that is because I want to go through and finalize everything after the majority of the wiring is done. So I'm also going to be doing headlights, taillights, and blinkers. So I picked up all the wiring stuff for that. So I'm going to do the headlights and blinkers, and I'm going to try to rig up a little switch on the thing to do that. So I do have the brake lights already wired. So basically that's the only thing that functions as far as lights go. But if you guys listen carefully on my track video, you can hear the announcer scolding me as I'm going down the track because I don't have any taillights on the car. So they like us to have the taillights on when we're driving as it's starting to get dark out. So gonna do that and then get it drivable. I have the taillight for it, gonna fix the taillight, gonna clean all this stuff. So just a lot of little piddly stuff that really kind of should have got done, but it kind of motivated me. The other day, getting back from the track, this kind of car was like kind of getting to the point where it's a burden and you're like, ugh, like I just don't really want to work on it anymore. I'm sure you guys all get in those moods. And then it running well at the track was a really big kick in the pants to like, I like care about the thing now. So I want to try to make it a little bit nicer and clean things up. So I have a new list. I finished up the one list. The one list was just to get it driving. So we got headlights, taillights, blinkers, line lock, steering boots, catch can line, steering bolt. There's one steering bolt on the steering rack that is too short. I just don't like how short it is because it doesn't go all the way through the nut. So I'm going to put a longer bolt in there. Door handle, tail light, redo the alignment. Zeus clips for the front hood. The only hood. So I got to put the Zeus clip back in there. So the hood is set up for 3 of the clips. But when they put the new front bumper on there, they don't have the holes. So I'll have to remount the clip and then put a new one on there. That way I can run with the hood. Nuts in the bumper, talked about that. Intercooler piping, re-weld. Did I explain that fully? I don't know if I did. So this section down here is kind of crappy. So I have an elbow, and then I have a straight piece, and then I have another piece, and I have 3 clamps. And one of the clamps, this clamp is actually broken. So I don't know how well that's working or if it's working, but I'm basically going to take this whole section here and this whole section here, and I'm just going to re-weld it. So probably I can cut the piece back off the intercooler and then just do like a straight short coupler and then have one piece in there. And then same with this one, have a straight short like 3-inch coupler and then have a bend, and I'm going to weld it all together. So I don't have to worry about if it does get too low, it hitting anymore. Plus, like I said, I raised it up. So that's kind of where I'm at. So moving the radiator overflow, trans temp sensor, and the coolant pressure. So trans temp sensor, I did get a low dollar Motorsports trans temp sensor, so I'm going to wire that guy in there so I can see my trans temp. And I think what I'm going to do, so I don't have to use a switch for my headlights and taillights, is I'm going to use the Holley to trigger an output running with RPM, the same output probably that is running my relay for the transmission cooler fan. So I should just be able to split that signal to trigger a relay, 2 different relays, and basically anytime the car's on, the headlight and taillights are going to be on. Sure, there's might be a voltage draw issue. I'm not too worried about it. It's just headlights. So that way I don't have to worry about getting in the car and turning a switch on. I can just start the car and Holley takes the wheel, I guess, and turns the head and taillights on. So I don't have to worry about that junk. So yeah, that's kind of the plans. I'm just going to go and pluck away at some of this stuff. It's going to be kind of really boring, and it's just one of those things I really feel like doing it. I want to do it. So that's what we're going to do. What do you guys think?